Randy, give me 1 minute. Just correct.
I like that. It's a please be careful.
Be careful.
Yeah.
It's interesting the confidence with which sometimes our brothers in the MPP speak when they know that what they are saying is not the truth. And I just want to state the facts on B5. B5 did not start under this government with a factory because of 1D1F. Randy, look, the B5 land, the land that is sitting on, was bought in 2015. 2015, not in Chopoli, in Lakpleku. And Randy, I'm going to mention names here. Nene Lakpleku, who is the chief of Lakpleku, is alive today. Ask him the role and intervention I had to make all the way to the family head, SK Lakpleku in Tema, to ensure that B5 could go on that land 2 years after they had bought that land. The challenge of going onto the land to build the factory is what you speak about, litigation. Because even that land, portions of that land had been already sold to the military. And so the military went there, B5 will go and start construction, the military will go and demolish it. Because military men had bought portions of the 300 acres that they wanted. We had to sit down in 2017, myself, B5, and the chiefs, and the family, to be able to portion out 180 acres for them to start that project. So that project delayed, not because they were waiting for a 1D1F, but because of land litigation. Thankfully, we intervened and got that project to start. The $80 million that was invested in building that factory, not one cedi, is from Ghana or the government of Ghana. Mukesh, who is the owner of B5, Mike Mukesh, finished building his factory before you came in with your B5, with your 1D1F. When you came with 1D1F, you promised him a few things. You promised him that you were going to fix the roads to the factory. You promised him that you were going to give him enough dedicated power to power his plant. You promised him that you were going to give him water to run the chillers for the steel plant. Randy, as we speak, the roads fleeing, the electricity fleeing. I'll come to that. The electricity fleeing, the water fleeing. You promised him tax exemptions under 1D1F. As we speak, go and talk to Kweku Kwarteng. Ask Kweku Kwarteng how many times I have chased him. They made Mukesh pay all, B5 paid all the taxes on all the equipment they brought in. He is owed tax exemption refunds to the tune of over $8 million. Up till now, as we speak, it is stuck there. The finance ministry, which is supposed to process his refunds, you say you are giving the person tax exemption. Yet you say he should pay the taxes first before you will refund his money to him. Okay, he's paid the taxes. Since 2017, 2018, Randy, we are in 2023. You have not refunded his money to him. And you sit here and say, you give him tax exemption.
Randy.
I am challenging him. And I am saying to you
Randy,
that Kweku Kwarteng is the let me land, please.
No.
Kweku Kwarteng is the chairman of the Finance Committee of Parliament. And I have gone to Kweku Kwarteng on several occasions because there's a business in my constituency that, like you rightly pointed out, is employing people in my constituency. And not just for B5, but for almost every factory in my constituency, I speak on their behalf. And that is why I'm stating with the fact that you have not done tax refunds of 1 cedi to B5. So don't sit here and tell us that the benefit of 1D1F is tax exemption to the company when you owe them over 8 million in tax exemption. What is the whole essence of tax exemption, Randy? When we gave the president's brother-in-law tax exemptions to bring in saucepans and pots to build a hotel, did we ask him to pay at the port and come and collect a refund? No. We gave him the tax exemption to build a hotel, the president's brother-in-law. But when businesses that are employing Ghanaians are asking for tax exemption, you say they should pay the taxes and come and apply for a refund of the taxes. Okay, they've paid. They've applied for a refund. 6 years and counting. You are not giving them their refund. And you come and sit here and say that it is because of 1D1F.
Randy, let me tell Sam George.
You let your production raise Kweku Kwarteng and ask him if I'm lying. I'm saying it. We're on the show here.
Randy, I'm not aware as to whether he had to pay and be refunded or otherwise. But I'm saying that nobody put a gun on the head of Mukesh to go for 1D1F. That is the point I'm making.
You made him promises.
You
have not fulfilled any.
Please.
Road,
didn't call
light,
please,
water, tax exemption, all four.
I said here that there's a policy. It's a policy document. I was not making that statement in reference to B5. I made the statement of a policy document.
Oh, now it's not in reference to B5.
No, please. I'm telling you that the policy document has in it access roads, water, electricity. Didn't I say that? That as part of the policy. The 1G, 1F. And this got people interested. Tax exemptions to get people interested.
So you lied to businesses.
No, please, come on.
Because you promised them this to come on board the policy.
Randy,
They've come on board the policy and you are not fulfilling your part.
Stop this. Stop this.
4 items
Stop
you
this.
promised them.
Stop this.
So he came.
Stop
Have
this.
you fixed the road?
Stop
Have
this.
you fixed the road to Lakleku? Have you given him dedicated power? Have you given him dedicated water? Have you given him tax refunds? You promised the people, companies, 4 things on which they should onboard onto a program. They listen to you and come on board. But just like the way you lied to school children that you give them chocolate and you didn't give them. Like the way you lied to God that you will build him a cathedral and you stop doing it. Like the way you lied to Ghanaians that you would build the country and not do it. You lied to businesses.
Okay,
Look, you see,
let's make
Randy,
progress.
if Sam George and his NDC had never been in government in this country before, I could grant him the rantings. For 3 years, consistent promise that we are going to get electricity.
Did we not fix it?
You fix what?
Did we not fix
Did
it?
you fix what?
What is the date you fixed Doomsaw?
You fixed
I am
what?
challenging you.
You
If you
fixed
say the
what?
MPP fixed Doomsaw,
Look,
what date did
Why
you
did
fix Doomsaw?
Kwabena Donko resign? Why did he resign? Look, you
It was a timeline that was given.
He gave a timeline.
and what happened?
He gave
If
a
you fix it,
timeline.
did he resign?
But did the timeline lapse in 2016?
Look, Randy,
Yes.
let me make the point. Let me make the point. Now look,
Are you
if you have
serious?
ever not been in government before, we could grant you this. When we are talking of businesses, we are talking of businesses and the support for businesses in this country. You don't come close. Your records in this country don't even come close. And you are saying that the policy, perhaps B5 may be an exception. I don't know why he had to pay before he's refunded. I can't speak to it, and I'm going to investigate that.
I think it was a policy. I don't know if you were not in Parliament.
I mean,
But
at the time I wasn't in
remember
Parliament.
that the
But I mean,
finance ministry announced something like that. that
I'm going
they
to
would-
investigate
they
it.
would, you
But
would
I'm
have to
saying
pay
that
and then get a refund.
I'm saying that that is not the only 1D, 1F company that had existed. And government did not put gun on the head of B5 to sign on to the project.
But-
So when you suggest that somebody built his factory,
But you would agree
Somebody
that,
built his
you would
factory.
agree that examples like this
No.
undermine
Randy,
whatever
Randy,
good intention
I
the policy
said that
has.
from the beginning. That these are things encapsulated in the policy document. That you have an access road, electricity, and water to site, and then tax exemptions. So when you people were saying that government was going to build factories all over, there's a policy document I wish people could refer to it. And even the rate at which people borrow under 1G, 1F is lower than the commercial rate. And what else do you get from countries? So if there's a problem with a specific mention of B5, I'm saying that B5 took advantage, but they bought the land, and you said 2 years, 2015, it took them 2 years to assess the land. And that is 2017. 2017, you were not in government. When we came, we launched the program and its attendant benefits. So indeed,
But they didn't buy the land to build a football pitch. They bought the land to build a steel factory. You are claiming that they only started a steel factory. You said that in your earlier submission that they started a steel factory because of 1D, 1F.
in this country. Randy, how many companies have not bought lands with an intended purpose of building a factory or doing one project that the land has been lying down till now? How many factories?
All right.
How many lands have you bought? People have bought that the lands are still lying fallow without development.
Let's
What are you talking about?
move on.